Ever heard of the expression 90% done, 90% to go? I kind of feel that's where we are now, because we're almost finished, but there are lots of little things that still need to be done. And to celebrate our achievement, we're actually having a meet and greet here in Cape Town. We've invited the general public, not only Patreons, but everybody that loves the channel in Cape Town to come and spend some time with us tonight. So by the time you see that, it would have long gone, but we'll have a camera out and we'll film a few things. But it's running well, everything's perfect, no issues. We're changing the back springs because they weren't right, and a few other little minor things that still need to be done, including the rear wheel carrier. Now that has to go up the road to a company called GobiX, and they're supplying one of their products. I've mentioned them before. I've used them in various rental vehicles in Namibia. I've had them on my own vehicles. I have them on my current troop carrier has one of those rear wheel carriers, and that's what I'm lucky enough to be in Cape Town, because they're here and they're fitting onto the vehicle, and that'll happen a little later today. I'm St Pierre White. Join me as I share my passion for building four-wheel drive trucks and then travelling to the remotest parts of the world.
Looking good, Andrew. We're actually fitting a bigger fuse for the alternator because we've upgraded the alternator. The original fuse was just a bit too, you could see it starting to melt. Just wasn't taking the bigger amperage. Much bigger alternator, so that's good. And the guys are finishing up the trims on the windscreen. We're going to do the antifreeze now that we've run it and tested the cooling system. There's no leaks, and then they'll go through and check all the clamps, and then we're off to fit the rear bumper. So Andrew, we've got a bumper that we fit into your car. It's a GobiX product, and it has to be, for me, the most reliable rear wheel bumper to carry two spare wheels on expedition that I have used, personally experienced. All hire companies use them, and it's proven. We fit them to all our clients' vehicles. I'm really pleased you're taking one of these.
This is the second one I've owned, the third one I've used. The first one was you and I in Namibia in 2016. It's so easy to use. I love the idea of a gas strut, and I'm sold. But I'm sold, I mean, it holds the wheel very, very well. I like the way it's designed, and we'll show you that now when it's fitted. But there's another reason why I think this is the nicest bar, and the bar that I want on my vehicles.
We've got really good recovery points here, and these are the circular high-lift jack points. And you use a high-lift jack adapter. In South Africa, we can use this to pull out and remove the tow hitch. I also use this for recovery. Strong, you get a solid steel fitment which goes in with a nice bow shackle on the end that you can put in here. So it makes a really nice, I say, pulling point. I like to recover with a V sort of configuration. Yeah. But yeah, really good, solid. Good lights. It's really quality, and I must say, you know, all the ones we fitted to my client vehicles, yeah, it is a superb product.
GobiX does their own powder coating, and it works like this.
Okay, this is your phosphate tank that gives you your anti-rust protection. After it runs through the cleaning process, we dip it in here for 5 minutes. It gives it anti-rust protection, and then your last tank is basically just a rinse and seal. To bind everything, and then we hang it on the rack there to get it dry, and then it goes to the powder coating oven for bake for 20 minutes, and then you've got your finished product.
How long is the typical process from start to finish, ready to fit?
It takes about 1 hour and 20 minutes for the cleaning process. The longest process is the descaling process. That's to get all the scale and to get the material nice and clean to prepare it for the anti-rust coating. That's your phosphate tank.
With a great finish, eh?
Yeah, finish is fantastic.
Really is.
Finish is really nice. Very, very nice.
Yeah. So you need to bake it 20 minutes, and your bumpers and your rock sliders we bake it about for 17 minutes.
Back at Snyman's, waiting for the people to arrive, doing the last little bits in the vehicle, but I wanted to show you why I like this wheel carrier so much. Let's pretend I'm carrying something heavy. Oh, I tell you what. There you go. I want to put my filter set in the back of the car. So what do I do? If I want to take something out of the back of the car, you show me another single-handed wheel carrier on the market and I'll be interested. The other part about this is that the actual wheel itself, the way it is braced, it is actually braced here, and this entire thing is pulled down onto here. There is no movement with these wheel carriers, and when you hit really bad corrugations, there's hardly any vibration from the back of the vehicle. That's why I like them so much. One of the last items to arrive and to be fitted is the air conditioning condenser. The original one, as you can see, was absolutely rotten. That's largely because of lack of maintenance, as much as anything else.
I don't think we've done enough.
It's 4 p.m. and people are starting to arrive. Well, I knew that, Terrain Tamer gave me a big box of stuff, which was great, but in my wildest dreams, never, ever in my wildest dreams.
The fusings are here.
Not even, doesn't, look, can you?
But someone's gone through a lot of effort, hey?
There are actually people in the world that's... We started on Tuesday and we have been working every day except for Sunday, and we finished about 10 to 3.
Not a lot of equipment. You've got a cord that you want to use.
We bring it along.
I idolise Andrew and and Forex Overland.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Dale. Very, very pleased to meet you.
I don't think he's expecting that.
Well, that is honestly it. I idolise you.
Oh really? Oh no, don't do that. Range Rover. Okay, old one, new one.
The old
Let's
go and have a look.
I'll go and have a look now. Yeah, I see it's yellow. So now, I'm glad you've brought me out to see this, because where's the cameraman? There he is.
This is so natural.
And I have to tell you why I married Gwen.
Please do.
We took a Range Rover, looked very similar to this, a little bit older.
Your white one.
My white one.
Yeah.
And at the time it was green, because I'd painted green, same one, but I painted green. And we were at the Kruger Park, and we were camping, and we heard a rumble of a Rover V8. And I said 110. And Gwyn said Range Rover.
No ways.
I said, you're wrong. It's a freaking Range Rover.
Amazing.
I am marrying that girl. All the way to the top, with a dead stop, and all the way to the bottom. I lived opposite the Grand Canyon, so I don't live there anymore.
The guy does all my the connecting with the people one-on-one, in the remote areas, and the villages.
Fully easy. I use it all the time. I'd be driving, and then.
So we're here, and I can't believe it. We've built this amazing truck, and for me, it really is about taking a dream, really, because that's what I do. I take dreams. I take old vehicles, I take someone's dream and we turn it into a reality. We've taken an old vehicle here, and Andrew's going to drive this vehicle up into Africa, much like many of my clients. And my clients come to me with a dream, and the idea that I work with them is taking a dream, and I want them to go and drive their vehicle on expedition in Africa. And being able to take their truck, I really facilitate the whole process. I allow them to work with me as a team. We build a relationship. We work out what vehicle they need. We design the interior of what we're going to do in the vehicle. How are they going to live out this vehicle? How are they actually going to spend their time in the bush and absolutely enjoy every minute of it? The process really goes through on to training them. I need people to be trained, confident in their skills, understanding what's under the bonnet of this car, how they're going to look after the vehicle, how they're going to get themselves to those remote places, and really just go and explore. Of course, at the end of the phone, I can always be support, and that's a lot of what works for me, is to take my experience. I learn from my clients. I want them to literally share these values, share these experiences, share their passion with me, and we can take this vehicle. And here we've taken an old vehicle. I mean, this vehicle's 20 odd years old, and we've given it another lease of life. You're going to take it to some incredible places, over roads that you can't imagine this vehicle can actually do. And you're going to just find these tracks that you can explore. You're going to meet people that you're going to become lifelong friends. And that's what we take. That's what overlanding is really about. And I want to share my knowledge and passion with people and build those dreams into realities. From the start, from concept to completion, we'll make it happen together.
Meet and greet was a great success, and now it's time for me to leave Cape Town and head up to Pretoria. It is a 2-day drive, but during testing we've discovered a small problem, and we believe it is due to a wiring issue. In fact, not a fault, but so much, again, we've seen quite a bit of it with this build, mistakes made by previous people that have worked on the car. And it appears as if they have wired up the alternator via the battery fuse, and that's not the way it should be done. It should be done directly to the battery. So we think we have solved the problem. And apart from that, gassing the aircon. I should be ready to go within the hour. It's early on Friday morning, and there are a lot of important last-minute things to do. I am hoping that if all goes well, I can leave today, which means that I will not have to rush my long drive up north. And given all of the work we've done on the vehicle, I really don't want this test trip to be a rush. Now, I've been waiting to do this for many years. This is the ZA sticker. Allows South African registered vehicles to travel through Africa. Got to stick it on your car. But I had these yellow ones made as part of my mapping business. You can see at the top there it says Info Map. I sold my mapping business in 2008, and I kept a few of these for just such an occasion. All right, 3 hours, almost 4 later, we have sorted the problem. It was a glow plug issue, and we've sorted now. I can go. Nothing to stop me now. We're done. We're done. Happy days. I think we're done. We are. So how many days is it? This is going to be fun. A few little electrical niggles that I need to sort out still. Try this. Okay. So I lived down there in the valley. Join me next time for the test run, 1,600 kilometers across country, and it doesn't all go quite to plan. If you want to make sure you get that one first, become a Patreon and support the channel. Or if you haven't already, subscribe.